we'll wait and see how that goes out.
Absolutely.
All right, on page 5, there's also matters politics again, and this is now to do with the opposition. Raila keeps them guessing on the next move, and this is again to do with the fact that initially we do know that NASA had said that as President Uhuru Kenyatta is being sworn in, they would swear in Raila Odinga, but that now has changed, and I remember a question was posed to one of the principals, Mudavadi, and in regards to the swearing in, and he said anything that they're going to do is going to be within the confines of the Constitution.
Right.
So that, of course, meaning that they will not maybe not be swearing in Raila because that's not constitutional. But again, of course, the question is what next for NASA?
Right.
We do know that the People's Assemblies is what they're concentrating on right now, but what's the strategy?
And we see that even as President-elect Uhuru Kenyatta on Sunday welcomed those talks with the opposition. And Raila has continued to say that the only talk he would want to engage in is negotiating about how we'll go into fresh elections in 90 days. And I don't know if that is something that the president-elect would want. Absolutely not.
Well, in regards to, and the funny thing is that as the dialogue that both of them were talking about, for the president, he said we'll only have dialogue after he's sworn in, meaning, of course, now he will be speaking from the vantage point of being president. The opposition had said the only dialogue that they're having is having election in 90 days. So that doesn't sound to me like dialogue.
Like there would be a middle ground.
Yeah.
Because what everybody would agree on from whichever political aspect is that there's need to have closure on this seemingly an ending political
fight that has been there for long and sundry. But
absolutely, and I mean, for the Jubilee supporters, it has come to an end because President-elect Uhuru Kenyatta is being sworn in today. But
correct.
Then, for the opposition supporters, what would be that way forward with the People's Assembly? I mean, what would be the effective and collective sigh way forward, I think, is the question.
Absolutely, and we'll wait and see how that goes. Well, I don't know if it's Nusumkate that's going to be the solution, because there are also those, including the church, who've been calling for the creation of the position of Prime Minister or an expanded executive. And there are those who feel that the reason why we have this cycle, especially with the new constitution, is the fact that we have a model that is winner takes it all. So despite the fact that if the figures that the IEBC gave us are anything to go by, Raila had a good number of very close, really, to Uhuru Kenyatta. Again, I say if those are the figures that we go by. But unfortunately, because the constitution that we have right now does not give any room for you to participate actively, whether in parliament or to have a position other than just to be in the opposition.
Right.
So maybe that's a conversation that needs to be had. Let's finish.